Okay, let me give you guys some practice now. So I'm boiling a new mysterious liquid. The boiling point of this liquid is at 90 degrees Celsius. So down here it's boiling at the moment. It's at 90 degrees Celsius. Up here it's still only at 50 degrees Celsius. So there's a smooth temperature gradient from 90 to 50. Okay, so and I'm boiling it in a strange looking pot here, where the height of this is 4. Okay, so this level here is 4. So work out. So currently I'm boiling it in a weird pot. If I were to cut off the fire now and then stir, so currently it's at 90 degrees down here and 50 degrees Celsius up here. If I were to cut off the fire and then stir it up evenly, what temperature would this liquid settle at? Okay, so it's really me asking you to find the average temperature here. Okay, so press pause and have a go. Okay, so to do this, in your mind, try to visualize these blocks here. So you've got a smooth transition from 90 degrees Celsius to 50. So it's going to be a smooth transition. So you can imagine it as being like 90 here, 85, 85, let's say 80, 80, 80, and so on. Um, you're trying to sum up. You're trying to sum up the you're trying to sum up all the temperature combined with the volume. So up here you've got 50, 50, 50, 50. So it's basically the average equals you summing up. So we've got to combine the temperature with the volume. So here we've got to use discs. We can't really use cylinders, because if you were to use cylinders here, then up here it will have a different temperature to down here. It's easier to use discs, because you see, if you look at this one layer here, all the temperature, the temperature along here will all be the same. So it's easier to use discs. Okay, so hang on. So first set up the temperature here. So the average equals equals. Don't forget, we're doing it like this. We're summing up all. Well, if you look at the thickness of this thing, it is dy. So it's going to be us doing something along the line of dy here. Okay, so from 0 to 4, from 0 to 4, and we need to set up the temperature. So to set up the temperature, well, you start at 90. So when y equals 0, it will be 90, and then by the time y, so remember y is moving along here like this. So y is moving along here, and then by the time y gets to 4, there's a gap of 4 of 40. Okay, there's a gap of 40. So by the time y gets to 4, there's a gap of 40. So the temperature gradient is really in this form here. Hang on, in this form here, y. Okay, and then we've got to combine that with so this here is your temperature, and then we've got to combine that with the area of the disk. So the area of the disk would be pi r squared. Well, this r here is really you looking at this and rearranging it. So the r here would be you rearranging this. So remember, you want to know the distance from here to here. So that's really your x value here. You're interested in the x value. So rearrange this so it looks like this, and then square root it. So that equals x here. So y is moving along like this. You're integrating it with respect to y. So y is moving along. When y is at a certain value, let's say here, then you put y into here, and then it will give you the radius. Well, the radius will be given by this. So remember, it's pi r squared, where r happens to be this. Okay, so you would times pi r squared. So it will be this thing squared, which will be y over 2. Okay. Well, anyway, so this here will be your well, this here would be the combination of temperature and the volume here, and then you've got to divide it by from 0 to 4 of the volume. So of this pi y over 2 dy. Okay, so average equals this thing here. So hang on. So average. So what we've just done up here is this. Okay. So now, so this here is your temperature here. So when y is 0, when y is down here 0, you can see that the temperature will be 90. When y is at 2, you can see that the temperature is well, you put 2 into this thing here, so this will be 20. So the temperature would be 70 when y is at 2, and so on. So the average is given by this. So now it's just a matter of evaluating this. At the moment, you've got one bubble here times this bubble here. So you can actually take the pi out, okay? And then here you can actually take the pi out, and then the two pi's out here will cancel each other. Well, anyway, from here it will take you to here. The two pi's will cancel each other out. It will then take you to here. Okay, so now evaluate this, and it will give you this, and then that works out to be this, and then jump to your calculator. So so when you stir the liquid up, so hang on, bear with me. So currently the liquid down here is at 90 degrees Celsius. Up here is 50 degrees Celsius. If you were to stir this, if you were to cut off the fire and then stir this up equally, the temperature at which a liquid will settle will be at 63.3 degrees Celsius. Okay, so really this thing is really your average temperature. Okay.